When we are working in SQL Server, we have to work on multiple tables. There might be some situations where we have to create some tables and we have to insert some values in a table. What is the general approach that we do? We create a table, then we insert the values for that table. Now if you want to create another table, so we will create another table and we would be inserting the values for the table by writing insert command again. Don't you think that this is a big step or a time taking process? What is a shortcut way that if I create two tables, then how I have to reduce my query or reduce my time in order to insert the values into those two tables at once? Hi, I am M. Asif Hussain from KnowHow Academy. What are we going to learn in this video? We are going to learn and understand how to create the tables and insert the values for two tables at once in SQL Server. So by the end of this video, you could be able to insert the values for two tables at once by writing SQL query by using the output clause. So watch till the end. My dear viewers, here what I am doing is that I am creating a table. So create table. Let me consider the table name as region. Okay. So now in this, let me consider the ID column, which is integer. Then I am considering the name column, which is varchar, variable and character data type. So now we are even going to create another particular column called as city, and here again I am choosing the data type as varchar. Okay, so I have created one table. Now I am going to execute this one. If I click on execute, commands completed successfully. Now in the same way, let me go and create another table. So for this, what I am doing, create table. The second table name I am choosing region 2. Now that's the reason I have considered one here, and this is second table. Open the parenthesis. Now again ID2, which is integer. Then again name 2, which is varchar, variable and character data type with the size, comma, again city2 with varchar, again with the size that I am considering it here. Now I have created the second table. Now let me go and execute this one. When I execute it, commands completed successfully. So my dear viewers, so let us go and just retrieve or fetch my two tables. Select star from region 1 and as well as select star from region 2. Now what I am doing, I'll just show you those tables that we have created just now. As you can see, there is no data in these two tables. Okay, in these two tables we don't have data at all. ID1 in the first table, ID2 in the second table, name 1 in the first table, name 2 in the second table, city 1 in the table 1 and city 2 in the second table. Okay, now we do not have any values in it. What we have to do, we have to insert the values into these tables. Now when we are trying to insert the values into these two tables, what is the general way that we go and do? We will write insert command where we go and write insert into table name values, then we open the bracket and we insert the values of it. So once the table 1 values are inserted, then what we generally do, we come back again to table 2 and again we write insert into table name values and we again go and insert the values of table 2. So now what I am going to show it to you here is that I am going to reduce the number of queries that we are writing in order to insert the values for two different tables in two different queries. So what is the approach? The approach is by writing only one query by using a clause called output clause. By using a clause called output clause, what we are going to do, by creating or writing only one query, we can insert the values into two tables at once. Isn't it interesting? So let's go and learn it. So for this, what I'm trying to do, let me go and write insert into my first table name is region 1, open the parenthesis. So in this region 1, what are the, let me go and okay, in this region 1, what are the columns that we have? We have ID 1, comma, we have name 1, comma, we have city 1. Am I right? So now what I am trying to do, I am going to use the clause called output clause here. I am going to use the clause called output clause. So in this output clause, I am writing inserted dot id1. It is telling me that what all I am getting the values into this particular 3 columns that I am inserted. id1 inserted dot name 1, comma, inserted dot city 1. Okay, so now what I am doing, I am inserting all these 3 columns into now I am going to choose the another table that we have created, region 2. What I am doing, now I am selecting another particular table that we have created, which is region 2. So now here what we are going to do is that here we are going to write the values. Okay, we did not write values after mentioning the column names here. We have written the output clause, and after the output clause we have written the second table, and here we are going to write the values. So id comma 1. So first id is 1 as it is integer. Now the name, let me consider Asif, comma, and the city, let me consider a city name. Then I'll close the parenthesis, and now what I am going to do, I'll insert another record 2, comma, then another name, comma, then another city or state or anything. Let us consider Ahmedabad. Now I am taking another particular record 3, comma, so here I am considering another name, comma. Now here what I am going to do, I am taking another place name. So you can write anything, okay, it's up to you. Okay, so now I am trying to insert 3 records. As you can see that in the table 1, which is region 1, we do not have any values. In region 2, which is in a table 2, we do not have any values. So now using the insert command, by mentioning the column names with the second table by considering it, we are trying to insert 3 records into these 2 tables. So now when I am executing this one, let us see what is the output that we are going to get. Execute, 3 rows affected. It is telling 3 rows affected, but it is not telling 6 rows affected as it is getting implemented in 2 different tables. So now let us go and check the tables. Select star from region 1, which is our table 1. Select star from region 2, which is our table 2. Now I'll click on execute. As you can see that with only one query that we have written, we are able to go and insert the values for 2 different tables at once. Okay, so it's very simple thing. Rather than writing directly the values, we are using the output clause where we have to get the output with the table name, then we are inserting the values. Okay, so this is the easiest way, or I can tell it as you are reducing the query size, or you are reducing your time in order to insert the values for 2 different tables by writing insert command 2 different times. And I think this is the best way that we can use it in order to insert the values into 2 different tables at once in SQL Server. So in this video, we have learned how to create the tables and how to insert the values in the table by writing an output clause in SQL Server. Thank you for choosing KnowHow Academy as your source for IT knowledge. We are always here to help you to navigate the tech world. If you have any questions, do not hesitate to reach out. It's been a pleasure sharing this information with you. Stay curious and keep learning.